Hey, what is up guys? Anybody's help here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, Apple has basically confirmed that iOS 16.5 will be launching next week. And now, as of the filming of this video, that makes it May 15th or later. So soon Apple will be releasing 16.5. And in this video, I'm going to share with you guys a few things you need to know right before you update and a few things you should do right after updating to the latest iOS 16.5. So let's just go ahead and dive right into this video. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, of course, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Now, of course, I've been testing iOS 16.5 since beta 1. Apple recently released RC a couple of days ago, and I do have to mention a few things before you update. Number one, you guys always ask in regards to battery performance. If that is your main concern, you have nothing to worry about. iOS 16.5 battery performance is equally as good as 16.4, if not slightly better, which is a good thing, okay? But here's a few things that I've noticed after updating to the RC from beta 4, which is very interesting. Number one, the optimized battery charging and clean energy charging options on their battery still need some work. So if you don't have a regular schedule, this can actually impact your battery charging overnight. So basically these two work together, and what they do is they sort of learn your pattern and charge when there's clean energy available, and they charge from 80 to 100 right before you pick it up. But sometimes when they try to predict when you're going to wake up, you end up with about 80% or less of battery before you pick it up to take it with you throughout the day. So for now, I would say keep these two options off if you don't have a constant schedule. So if you don't wake up every day at the same time and pick up your phone at the same time and go to bed basically at the same time every single day, most users do that. I don't do that. So sometimes I end up with about 80% charge right before picking up my phone because it can't predict to charge the additional 20%. So I'm just going to keep those two off, just letting you guys know I think those two features still need some work. Now, if you're updating to iOS 16.5, here's something interesting that happened with the RC, and I recommend you do on your iPhone right after you update. So you want to go into your iCloud settings, you want to go into iCloud options here, and then you want to scroll all the way to the bottom until you find this option here, access iCloud data on the web. So basically this option allows you to view your mail, contacts, calendars, photos, notes, reminders, files, document everything from iCloud using another machine using iCloud.com. However, with iOS 16.5, after the RC, I've noticed that some of my data wasn't syncing properly. So what I had to do was enable and disable the toggle, or disable and re-enable the toggle, and reapply this setting onto 16.5 in order for all the data to actually sync properly. Now, if you don't have this feature turned on, I recommend you turn it on because this will give you access to all of your files using iCloud.com in case you ever need to and don't have access to an iPhone or an iPad. You can use any machine to access all your iCloud data and change it or delete it or whatever it is that you need to do. Again, if you do have it enabled, go ahead and turn it off and turn it back on once you update to iOS 16.5 so that all your data syncs properly with iCloud.com. Just something that I wanted to tell you guys. Now, another thing you should definitely do right after you update to iOS 16.5, and you may remember various reports on users having to enter their Wi-Fi passwords over and over on their home network or at work. So if you have a Wi-Fi password issue, which I did encounter on the RC, it looks like Apple has addressed this, but there's one thing you need to do in order to get this fixed to implement properly. Go into Generals and Settings here, scroll to the bottom, and then go into Transfer and Reset iPhone here. Click on Reset and only reset your network settings. So click on Reset Network Settings. Keep in mind this will delete all of your passwords from your home, work, or whatever passwords you have for any Wi-Fi connection. But then once you enter your password on your home network and your work network, you shouldn't have this issue where you would have to do it over and over again. This was a bug plaguing iOS 16.4. Apple attempted to fix it with 16.4.1, but it didn't quite work, and 16.5 now definitely addresses the issue, but you have to reset your network settings. Again, only reset your network settings and re-enter all of your passwords one last time in order for everything to work properly. And these are just some of the things I've noticed that are issues within 16.5 RC, which should be released in the next couple of days here for you guys. I'm going to say on May the 15th. Of course, Apple can release any moment now. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.